So in your current position, we have the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles is a card of really giving and receiving, of generosity, of helping out when you can and when you're able to offer. It doesn't have to be just money. It can be your resources. It could be your help, physical help, emotional assistance, your time of maybe driving someone to an appointment or something, or helping them, helping them deal with a situation that's challenging. So whether you are the merchant in this illustration who is able to help out others, that feels good. And particularly in a holiday month when people are struggling. Or if you're in a position where you need help and you need some assistance and someone to look out for you. It may feel difficult to do so, but don't be afraid to ask for help, because more often than not, people do want to help out. And, they don't know unless you say something. So if you need some assistance, if it's a rough month for you, then please ask for help. And if you're able to extend a hand, then do so. It's a rewarding and wonderful thing to do. So that's your current situation. It's the dynamic and the duality of either giving or receiving. What your crossing energy is the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords, we see this guy making off with the swords from the camp, looking over his shoulder. Often this is a card of deceitful actions or behavior. So whether someone within your circle is not being honest, or you're having to deal with a situation where there's dishonesty, or there's trickery, or there's trying to pull the wool over your eyes, just keep yourself aware of that. There's also an interpretation and a connotation for this card that this could signal a lone wolf kind of desire, that you want to just make off with what you need in order to take care of yourself, that you just need to do things on your own. But, I think that it's really an awareness of that maybe some things are not what they seem. You may be believing something about someone, but that might not be the case. In your foundation is the Two of Swords. And in the Two of Swords, this is, swords are Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's an air sign. And so she has her heart crossed with the two swords, and she's blindfolded. And there's a sense here of maybe not wanting to see the truth, or not wanting to deal with an issue. And so you're kind of like crossing your heart. You are not going anywhere. You're kind of stationary. And often with twos, it involves having to make a decision or a choice. So here, maybe it's the choice of giving or receiving, or of someone being less than sincere, less than honest within your life, that you're having to think about and having to come to some realization. Now, you may not want to face a situation, you just may be delaying it, and ultimately the truth will come out, but this is a case of kind of like being unwilling to take off that blindfold, being unwilling to see what's really the truth of a situation. In your recent past, we have the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is a water sign, and that's Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. And so with the Page of Cups, we have this young, youthful energy. And he's romantic, he's charming, he's poetic, dreamy, and is certainly someone fun and gallant to be with. And the thing to think about is that this can be an offering or a message of love or romance that is a potential opportunity for you. Or it could be some type of emotional connection where you really meet someone that you click with and brings forth, happy, enriching feelings to your life. So with this Page of Cups, there's the potential of love if you are single and if you're looking. And, if you're in a relationship, it can go towards creativity and inspiration because the fish within the cup goes toward being inspired. So finding inspiration. What's crowning you is Two of Cups. A wonderful card, and this is a card of a potential union that is really fabulous, that is really terrific, full of love, full of equality and harmony and understanding each other, of really of two people who really enjoy being together and have fun together and just get each other. I think that's the easiest way to describe the Two of Cups is when you meet someone and you know they get me. And so here, between the Page of Cups and the Two of Cups is this potential of a desire and a hope for relationships, a meaningful, deep, bonded relationship. In your near future is the Seven of Cups. Again, more Cups energy, which is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And with this Seven of Cups, you have a lot of options. You have many options before you. And it can be exciting, it can be thrilling, tantalizing, all kind of good things when you're looking at the shelf full of cups with wreaths and dragons and people and snakes and coins. The thing is ultimately with all these options, it may behoove you, it may be in your best interest to pick one and kind of go for it. But this can go towards options maybe in meeting people and having opportunities to meet people. And I think once you get past you find out a truth about someone, you find out they're less than honest, and maybe you're ready to get past this not willing to deal with the truth. When you're able to do this opens up the potential of relationships. So in your where you are right now is the Nine of Wands. So with the Wands, it's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And this is about determination. This is about courage and strength, the strength to keep at it, to keep going, that you may have been knocked down and bruised and battered, but you're right up again and you're ready to roll and you're ready. You've got your eyes open. You're looking over your shoulder at like, what's next? I've got this. I've got my wand and I've got my little wands behind me, kind of a little bit of a form of protection. So whatever is going on, of learning things within your life in December, you have the determination, you have the persistence, you have the fortitude to be able to hang in there. You're so close to what you want. And if you're just ready, if things knock you down, if things trip you up, you can stand back up and you can just stay in the game and you can keep at it. In your environment, we have the Queen of Pentacles, the lovely Queen of Pentacles. And in December, this Queen can help you by having you lean on your practical or common sense side and to be grounded. She's a master of resources. She is someone who can turn a ratty item bought at a flea market into something really lovely. And so she's nurturing, kind, compassionate, is able to manage home and work and obligations. So this is very positive energy for you to be able to handle all the demands that December brings. And it does. It brings a lot of things to our lives and a lot of extra layers. So use the Queen's practical, grounded energy for you. And again, Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. In your hopes and fears, we have the Five of Swords. And this represents and suggests conflicts, disagreements, some arguments. And again, it's another card of duality. It's someone who's come out on top and others who are walking away in defeat. And the question always to ask when you see the Five of Swords is it worth everything to come out on top and to win this little battle? Or is it not worth it and you lay down your swords and you walk away? At what cost is it going to be to you to come out on top? You know, are you going to lose friendships? Are you going to, change things up in a way that you can't go back? Or is it just something like, I can just put down my swords and I can get out of here. I can walk away from this. So in your hopes and fears that there's some sense of a battle that is either going to be coming out in your favor or not. And in your outcome, we have the 8 of Pentacles. And this is in your outcome, you're working hard, you're diligent, you are devoted to your craft, and others may think that this is tedious work, but you enjoy what you're doing. You're very proud of your work, and here it's on display. This also could suggest that in December that you're going to be gaining some extra certification or going to a conference or a workshop, that you're kind of building your skill set. But here, this is work with focus, working with focus, getting things done. Whether it's a relationship that you're working hard and trying to build and to create, or if it's within your career or with projects or with family, in your outcome, you have a good trajectory with hard work and an excellent product or an excellent result from that. So let me just take a look here to see what else, other messages that I'm maybe didn't catch. So we have, the 6 of Pentacles of, giving and receiving. Crossing that, we have some less than honorable behavior, perhaps. Someone making away. Could be someone in your life. Could be you, maybe. I don't know. It's a sense of not wanting to see the truth or not wanting to face a situation. Covering your heart, covering your eyes, and kind of immobile. And often this involves a choice, a choice to be made. And if it's a choice about someone who has been less than forthright with you, then make the choice that's going to serve your best purpose, that's going to bring you happiness. When you're able to make these choices and maybe to move on, you have opportunities for an emotional connection. Either a romance with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and that can lead to an even more fabulous union. And that's really what the 2 of Cups is. It's a harmonious and emotionally fulfilling and rich relationship. So it's a beautiful card to have, a soulmate card. And, in the future, you're going to have some options coming your way. Get that hair out of my face. You may have to defend yourself, and you may have to stay on guard and to watch your heart, to watch your resources, to watch and to protect what you have, and to be ready for what's coming at you. And as long as you have some practical, pentacle, common sense approach, make the best of what you have. Do so with a loving heart, in a nurturing and generous way. Again, nothing is ever easy, and sometimes we have these skirmishes, and they take energy from us. So just be mindful when you see this card is to not to let it zap your energy. Try to deal with it and either cut your losses and walk away, or if it's important enough to you to fight for, that you need to defend yourself, then by all means, do what you need to do so that you feel right. And in your outcome, it's whether you are working hard on relationships, your career, this is skillful work that is enjoyed, that you're proud of. Yeah, so we have a little bit of everything within this reading of all the elements here. So let's go ahead and take or pull an oracle card, a love card. This is from the Love Pack. I think it's Chuck Spezzano. And we'll get a sense of what's happening for you in love. Well, this is fabulous. So this is happiness. So of all the the behavior and the skirmishes and the hard decisions, it leads to the road of happiness. And that's such a beautiful thought, that really you're in charge of finding your own happiness within life. And, we see this beautiful couple here holding hands within the heart. It's a lovely card. It goes wonderfully with the Two of Cups. Happiness, of finding happiness within your life. Awesome. So let's get a sense of something to meditate for the month of December, or, a practice area. And this is the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck. Boundaries. Love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. I think the word for the month is energy, and finding the right energies as well. And finding the ability to handle all the little events that happen within one's life, and particularly in a busy time at the end of the year. And so, defending, say no to others, having the ability to say no to others. Oops. Having the, if things don't work out or things get heavy, just thinking about how to take care of yourself. What do you have to do for yourself to create the boundaries that are going to let you to be happy, that are going to allow you to feel safe and to feel that you're doing what's best for yourself. That you're going to take care of your heart and your body and your mind.